We're here with Scott Schroeder. He owns a SkyVac Interceptor. We're at the huge convention trade show. And Scott has been gracious enough to, he purchased the Interceptor, and he's been gracious enough to give us a little bit of a comment around his experience. This is not canned, this is not paid for, this is just talking about his experience with, real quick, with the SkyVac Interceptor. Scott, you want to say a few words?
I bought the Interceptor, I believe, in June of last year. Came on a truck, on a big wooden pallet. Spent an hour setting it up and breaking it down after I got it off the truck. I already had a couple jobs that were waiting for it to come in, so it was kind of rough getting to use it maybe for the first 3 or 4 jobs till I learned out all the kinks. I want to say now my average gutter job is about $250 to $275. It takes about 5 minutes to get it off the van, to set it up till I'm up and running and sucking stuff out of gutters. 5 minutes to break it down, and then maybe 5 minutes or so during the job to empty the canister of leaves. It's pulled stuff out of gutters that I couldn't even believe it would pull out of gutters. Believe it or not, people always ask me, how does it do with wet stuff? It sucks really well with wet stuff, no pun intended. It just grabs that mud and it just pulls it right out, no problem at all. I don't think there's been a gutter job since I've had it that's taken me over an hour and a half to do. And I think that one that I did do was where the stuff was like growing out of the gutters. Like literally there was trees growing out of the gutters. Yeah. And it took longer to pull it out, but I mean, it would pull out like big foot-long chunks of it at a time because the suction of it is so incredibly strong. Okay. And that Honda engine that's on there, that was a wise decision on your guys' part, going with a Honda engine because they're the industry standard. They're on everybody's pressure washers who's watching this, and they're just bulletproof.
What does it take on average to do a job, would you say?
Roughly 45 minutes to an hour, probably close to an hour, because I used to not have as much setup time with the ladder, but I much prefer this than using a ladder because ladders up, down, move it to the left, move it to the right, up, down, and it's like you're only getting like this much and this much with the ladder. This, you're just pulling the gutter cleaner along with you and just moving in a steady line nonstop. But yeah, so setting it up and getting all the hose ready, interlocking the tubes, putting it up to see how many tube lengths you need and kind of figuring it out. So the setup is a little bit of not really a killer. It's more than it would be with a ladder. But after it's all set up and done, you're going faster though with the vacuum. Yes. Okay. Because you're not making multiple trips up and down a ladder.
Exactly. Okay. Well, I just wanted to thank you for stopping by the booth. Thank you for purchasing the Interceptor. Thank you for your comments.
Yeah, it's already paid for itself last year. It already paid for itself.
I love it. We're ready to sell you another one when you're ready. But anyway, thank you, Scott. Appreciate it. And come back.
No problem at all.
Whatever you need.
Thank you again. I appreciate it.
You're welcome.